went to my GP doctor and I told him what way I felt. And he said, same thing, you probably got the flu or this or that or whatever. So they gave me some prescriptions, injections, and blah, 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 and sent me home. 4 months later, I was already in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow.
Systemic scleroderma, what it does, and I tell everybody that it makes you like a concrete figurine in your front yard. And they can understand that because everybody's got one.
So all your joints?
It just draws you up into a knot and you just can't release it. When I finally got to the point of going to this other hospital, this major hospital, I stayed there for 10 days. They treated me for 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, they released me. And I got my prognosis, and on my prognosis, my release papers, it said prognosis unfortunate. And I said, hey doc, what does this mean? Unfortunate. He said, well, I hate to tell you this, but the disease you've got, the condition you're in, you've probably got about 120 days to get your affairs in order. Sent me home. So that's a pretty tough pill to swallow.
Sickle cell is a blood disorder that you live with your whole life. So this was something I was born with. The reason why I got a stem cell transplant is because when I was in college, things just progressively got worse and worse. I tried an oral chemotherapy like you did, and it did not work. I was in the hospital every other week. It seemed like I couldn't walk at one point because I got avascular necrosis. And it's basically where the blood supply to a certain area of your body is cut off. For me, it was my hip. And so I couldn't walk and I had to leave school.
What were your symptoms?
So with sickle cell, you get jaundice, very fatigued, and you get pain crises. And for me, I would get them in my joints, I would get them in my back. And you have to go to the emergency room. You need to get fluids and you need pain medication right away. But sometimes the issue with sickle cell is they feel like you're drug seeking when you go to the hospital, and they don't really want to give you pain medication. So I dealt with that a lot too.
I don't even remember my first couple symptoms, but my hands had sores on them, my feet had sores.
Just topical?
Yeah, right on top of my skin, real big, red, itchy sores.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. Like the ones on my feet, I would rub them against the carpet as hard as I could. I wanted to cut my feet off because they were so itchy. And then on my fingers, I would put them in between my jeans and scratch them as hard as I could. So then when my legs got really swollen, my doctor sent me to a kidney doctor, and they took a kidney biopsy and found out I have lupus nephritis. I was in and out of the hospital. Every 6 months I was in the hospital. My doctor told me later, I didn't know this obviously at the time, but he told me, Jackie, your body was trying to die.